Hey Dan. Well, we have 5 fresh new doors, so we're going to move all the way to the left and head on in. Let's see what this first portal is. Alright, well we're starting in the top left-hand corner of the screen there, and very quickly we've got an information booth. Why is the Arc de Triomphe closed today? Like the sign says, bud, the Eternal Flame was stolen, and we can't reopen until it gets returned. Here is a pamphlet with more information. Missing, the Eternal Flame, reward $1,750. The Arc de Triomphe, Arch of Triumph, was built by the architect Chagrin on the orders of Napoleon. It honored the French Empire and the triumph of the French armies during the Revolution. Napoleon died before the structure could be completed in 1836. A small museum inside the arch commemorates both the history of the great general and the building itself. In 1920, the arch became the site of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Every evening at 6:30, a delegation from the Old Soldiers Association rekindles the tomb's torch. Okay, some pretty clear indications of where we are. Let's head down onto this next street. And take out a Koopa there, and a Koopa here. Alright, no such luck. And should we head up? Not just yet. Let's head down instead. And we can see that this city, ooh, there's an artifact. This city, if you look at the map, has a river running through the middle of it, which is true of the actual geography of the actual city, if you haven't figured it out yet. And that flag should also give you a pretty clear indication of where we are. There's a very short little road with a green pipe in the middle of it. But in reality, where we would like to be, let's check with this little boy. My mom said we could have swam here from England across the channel, but I forgot my swimsuit. What is this? You'll have 1,652 steps to climb with it, but don't worry, you can slide back down the 1,000-foot flagpole. And what does this attendant have to say? Why is the Cathedral of Notre Dame closed today? Like the sign says, bud, the Notre Dame bell was stolen and we can't reopen until it gets returned. Here is a pamphlet with more information. Missing, the Notre Dame bell. Reward $1,190. Again, a very oddly specific number. Construction of King Louis IX's big project, the Cathedral of Notre Dame, Our Lady, began in 1163 and took 150 years to complete. Every detail of Gothic architecture was used in its design. Situated on the banks of the Ile de la Cité, Notre Dame can hold 9,000 people. The church is especially known for its huge rose-colored stained glass window. The window is illustrated with 80 pictures taken from the Old Testament. This is the home of lovable Quasimodo, the hunchback from Victor Hugo's novel The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Alright, that should be a pretty strong bit of evidence for where we are, but we are still looking for those artifacts. We are, in fact... Oh, here, come back. There we go. And one more. Now, as far as what we're carrying with us, we've just got this one tricolor flag here. And let's check in with the police officer. Where am I? You're on 41 square miles of French soil in the center of Paris. All right. Yes, that is the answer, in fact. And what is this? How can the French salute the Eiffel Tower without that? Good question. Do they salute the Eiffel Tower? Is another good question. And why is the Eiffel Tower closed today? Like the sign says, bud, the tricolor was stolen and we can't reopen until it gets returned. Here is a pamphlet with more information. Missing the tricolor. Reward $1,400, bonus $2,000. The tower that has come to symbolize Paris was designed by Gustave Eiffel, an engineer. The tower was built for the World's Fair of 1889. It is 1,050 feet high and built entirely of steel. 2.5 million rivets hold it together. The Eiffel Tower has its own post office, and letters posted there will bear its impressive postmark. Once the tallest building in the world, it is now dwarfed by the Empire State Building and Chicago's Sears Tower. And not to mention other towers which have come since then, including I think the Burj Khalifa, which is currently the tallest building, if I'm not mistaken. Also, I believe that the Ferris wheel was also first built at a World's Fair, at which point it was called Ferris's wheel because the architect was a man named Ferris. But since we have it, why don't we return the tricolor? And first question, for what occasion was the Eiffel Tower built? That would be the World's Fair. What is the Eiffel Tower made of? Is it plaster and chicken wire? Oh, no, cardboard and bubblegum? That wouldn't hold up very well. No, it is in fact steel and rivets. At last, the tricolor. We've been looking all over town. The mayor has authorized me to present you with this $1,400 reward. Thank you, and good luck finding Mario. You think they'd be able to find a replacement flag somewhere in the city? Of course, the Eiffel Tower is one of the, destinations and tourist locations in this game that I've actually had the opportunity to visit. And, it is quite a view from the top, or at least from the observation deck top, or whatever they call it, where the visitors get to go. We landed at La Porte d'Orly. You remembered your beret, oui? Oh dear. Wonder if my French accent is too distracting for this. Let's see. Well, we need to head backwards if we're going to find those koopas. One more street up. And let's see, who of you is holding on to an artifact? There we go. And where else might this last one be? You? No? Where am I? The Seine is a river, chérie, and winds and winds through 8 miles of gay Paris. Okay. And what is this? The cathedral has two identical towers. That is used to ring the hours. Let's have a look inside of our toolbox here just to confirm. Yes, that does seem to be the bell that has gone missing. And now let's see, 2 more Koopas up there. We'll take this one to the left. Aha. And this one to the right. Very good. That's everything. Now what I'd like to do, let's see, we'll head back to the Notre Dame Cathedral there. Which, of course, since this game has come out, has, it suffered a very major fire, although most of the structure did survive. The roof is in the process of being replaced, I believe. And there we go. Now, what does this little boy have to say about this bell? Too cool. That was rung by Quasimodo in the movie The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Which version of the movie? Well, I think most versions of that movie. All right, let's return the bell. And the cathedral is an example of what architectural style? That would be Gothic. How many towers does the cathedral have? Well, as that woman, the possibly businesswoman, possibly tour guide, I'm not entirely sure, told us, it is 2, or 2. All right, let's head on in, grab a quick photo. Very nice, because you can see the 2 towers on the left and right, and then the sort of the chapel spire in the middle there. Very good. Now, since we've got a bit of space to cover, let's go grab Yoshi while we're at it. So to get to Paris, France, we'll head north through Africa, over from Casablanca. There's Madrid, Barcelona. Just next to Spain, there is Paris, France. Wonderful. Alright, come on, Yoshi. And we'll see if we can get all the way back near the beginning, which should be the Arc de Triomphe. Very good. Head up this road, I believe. Yes, 2 roads up. Now, was this the same music that was playing in Rome? Is this the same version of that Mario theme? I want to return the Eternal Flame. Who ordered the arch to be built? Well, that would be Napoleon. Yes, very good. Who is responsible for rekindling the torch at the tomb? And that is, of course, the Old Soldiers Association. Very good. And there you can see the very tall arch that, I mean, it's an arch that doesn't support anything. It just sort of exists for the sake of existing. All right. But you know what? It does look very nice. And we should have cleared that city. Very nice. Getting ourselves another password along the way, and we'll head back and move straight into the next door to the right. We'll just do a quick check, and yes, I believe that is Lemmy there with his sort of rainbow hair waiting to come in and threaten us or attack us or just run back and forth. But first, let's head on into this city. Grab that first Koopa. Open up the minimap. And, oh yes, very different architecture, very different sound to this one. Let's have a chat with this attendant. Why is the Angel of Independence closed today? Like the sign says, bud, the Angel was stolen and we can't reopen until it gets returned. Here is a pamphlet with more information. Missing the Angel. Reward $1,500, bonus $2,400. The Zona Rosa, or Pink Zone, is at the exact heart of Mexico City's Old District. In the Plaza de la Reforma, in the center of the zone, sits the Angel of Independence. The angel is a 150-foot golden cherub built to honor the heroes of the Mexican Revolution. Even the city's natives use the beautiful angel as a geographic landmark. Alright, well that pretty much spells out exactly where we are. But let's have a little look here. Why don't we head south first? And head along this road here. Do we expect to see? Yes, there's a few Koopas there. And this boy, where am I? A hat dance will soon be in order when you realize you're south of the United States border. Okay. Quite a peppy little version of the tune. I like this. Nice and colorful architecture as well. My apologies for any difficulties I may have in pronouncing any of the Spanish names or words. Here we go. If you want to get mail here, the envelope must say North America, the Earth, and the Milky Way. Really? I don't know that that's true. Sometimes you can't tell what's the joke and what's actually meant to be taken seriously. Anything interesting on this road? No, let's head on up one more. And see about snagging a couple Koopas. Come here. There we go. Haha. Very nice. And what do we have here? Yes, seems to be... Looks like a knight in armor. Where am I? Don't you know? It's the Ciudad de Mexico. Okay. And what is this? Want the long name? The Epic of the Mexican People in Their Struggle for Freedom and Independence. That is indeed a long name, yes. I wonder what it is in Spanish. Sometimes I just like listening to the music. It's so nice. Alright, here's another information kiosk. I usually approach from the right, because the woman's body language sort of makes me think that she's looking to that direction, but can we come from this side? No, that just looks wrong. What do you think? Why is the National Palace closed today? Like the sign says, bud, the Diego Rivera mural was stolen, and we can't reopen until it gets returned. Here is a pamphlet with more information. Missing the Diego Rivera mural. Reward $1,800. The explorer Cortez convinced Mexico to build the National Palace. Inside is a painting by Diego Rivera, one of Mexico's most famous artists. He is especially well known for his political murals. In particular, for the 1,200 square foot painting, The Epic of the Mexican People, in Mexico City's National Palace. The wall painting took the artist and his 16 full-time assistants 16 years to complete. The painting depicts Mexico's exciting political history. Well, I do believe that's what we have. Let me just get a couple of these Koopas here. This one and that one. Very good. We've got another item there. Looks like a book. Let's go back to the mural. I want to return the Diego Rivera mural. Now, just to be clear, Luigi is carrying around a 1,200 square foot mural that a Koopa was carrying around. All right. The mural took 16 years to complete, and Rivera is known for his political cartoons, or political murals. There, I was looking at the wrong word. Very nice. It seems to be a small detail of the much larger mural. Perhaps they started with the intention of representing the entire thing and then realized that that was a bit too much. Now, why is the Fine Arts Palace closed today? Like the sign says, bud, the Fine Arts catalog was stolen and we can't reopen until it gets returned. Here's a pamphlet with more information. Missing the Fine Arts catalog. Reward $900. The Fine Arts Palace on the main street, Juarez Avenue, used to be a royal palace. The palace was first turned into an opera house, and finally an art museum. Admired for its elaborate architecture, the museum's vast collection represents Mexico's greatest artists, including Tamayo, Diego Rivera, who we just learned about, and his wife, Frida Kahlo. Its official Spanish name is Palacio de Bellas Artes. Again, my apologies if that is not how that is pronounced. Ooh, Koopa. Aha, and one final item that does appear to be the cherub, but let's return this catalog first. Diego Rivera's wife, Frida Kahlo, was also a famous artist, yes, very much so. What street is the museum on? As I said, it is the main street. It is Juarez Avenue. Ah, wonderful. Let's have a look here. Oh yes, quite a lot of cars in the way. Sorry we couldn't get a break in the traffic for Luigi to take a picture. No, well. And, well, let's head back down towards the beginning. Or where we started, at least. And just out of curiosity, I'm gonna get rid of those other Koopas and just chat with that old man for a second. I always like what he's got to say. It tends to be very plain statements of facts, which can be very helpful not only when you are returning items, but also just for finding out your location. Where am I? This capital city is the oldest in the New World, founded in 1325. What is this? The angle is that the angel was built to honor revolutionary heroes. I see. That's what happens when you read a little bit too quickly. But yes, Mexico City, or what would become Mexico City, was, I believe, founded by the Aztecs prior to any contact with any of the European explorers or colonizers who ended up coming to the New World, as he phrased it. All right, heading up through South America, coming to Mexico City, Mexico. And that should leave us with Yoshi, very good. And let's return the angel. The angel honors heroes of the Mexican restaurants. No, revolution. The angel faces, I believe that is Juarez Avenue? Yes. Very good, and let's have a look here. That is quite an impressive thing. All right, and heading back down into the pipe, we have secured the city once more, given another password to bring us back to this point. And that's where we're going to end it off today. As you can see, we've got 3 more doors leading to 3 more cities for us to secure, after which we will face off against Lemmy, and then go to the final 5 doors. But we'll move on to these next 2, sort of the 3 and 4 of this part of Bowser's Castle next time. All right, Dan, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.